All right, so today we're going to be looking into digital wallets.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, especially for people like me who travel a lot and are always wondering, are these things actually safer than just using my credit card?
Right. Yeah.
So to get into this, we're going to be looking at a couple of different sources.
Okay.
One is this YouTube video by this travel expert, Ahmed Dawn.
Okay.
And he's got over 30 years of experience traveling.
Wow, that's a lot of travel.
He's seen a lot. He's probably got a lot of stories about ways to keep your money safe.
Absolutely.
And then also just kind of an informational article about all this.
I'm agree.
But yeah, let's just jump right into it. So both of the sources that we looked at really emphasize the security, right? Like how secure these things are.
Yeah.
Like Google Pay, Apple Pay, all these things.
Yeah, and one of the main things that they talk about is encryption.
Yeah, what is that?
So encryption, it sounds really complicated, but it's actually fairly simple.
Okay.
It's basically like translating your information, like your financial information, into a secret code that only the recipient can understand.
Oh, so hackers can't get in there?
Yeah, if a hacker was trying to get in there, they would just see like a bunch of gibberish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's really safe in that sense.
Wow. Okay, so it's like my own little secret service for my money.
Exactly.
But wait, there's more.
There is more, yeah.
There's also something about tokens.
Yes, you're right, tokenization.
Tokenization, what is that?
So that's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
So basically, instead of your actual credit card number being transmitted during a transaction,
Right.
they use like a unique temporary code, a token, and that's what gets sent.
Oh, so it's like my card has a disguise.
Exactly, and it's different for each transaction.
Oh, wow, okay.
So even if someone took that code, it wouldn't be useful for another purchase.
Oh, that's really smart.
Yeah, so that along with encryption makes it way safer than using a physical card.
Oh, for sure, because I never thought about it, but when I'm using a physical card, it's actually sending my information
Exactly.
out there.
Yeah, just straight up.
Okay, so using the digital wallet already, I'm safer.
Already?
Yeah. Okay, so there's a story in the Ahmed Dawn video, and this is kind of what stood out to me.
Okay, yeah.
He talks about how his wallet was stolen.
Oh, no.
But he was already using his phone for pretty much everything.
Oh, good.
And he said he was able to just instantly freeze all of his cards. And nothing happened.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And because he had his phone, he could still access all of his money and stuff.
Right.
Which I was like, oh man, if that happened to me and I just had my cards.
Oh, it would be a nightmare.
It would be awful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So that kind of really brings it home.
Right.
Of why this is a good thing.
Absolutely. Especially when you're traveling in a foreign country and you don't have access to your bank or anything like that.
Right.
It's so important to have that control.
Yeah. I feel a lot more confident about using my phone now, just hearing that story.
Sure.
But we were talking about before, there's this added security thing too.
Oh, yeah.
With fingerprint scanning and stuff.
Biometric authorization.
Yeah.
It's like having a high-tech bouncer for your wallet.
Okay.
So you need your fingerprint or your face to scan in order to authorize a transaction.
So even if someone steals my phone, they can't use it.
Exactly. Yeah, that's almost impossible to bypass that.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's way better than just a signature or a pin.
Right, because someone can just figure that out.
Yeah, or just look over your shoulder.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I feel better already just hearing about all this.
For sure, yeah. And it's all about that peace of mind, right?
Right.
Knowing that your finances are protected by more than just a 4-digit code.
For sure. Okay, so we've got that.
Yeah.
But I also remember in the video,
Yeah.
Ahmed Dawn talked about how he used to be skeptical about all this.
Right. He was a little bit hesitant at first.
Yeah. What was he worried about?
He was worried about whether or not it would be widely accepted.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in some of the places that he travels to.
Yeah, that makes sense, because not everywhere has the contactless payment and all that.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I feel like it's pretty much everywhere I go now.
Yeah, you're right. It's becoming more and more common, especially in the travel industry.
Right.
Like airports, hotels, restaurants, they're all getting on board.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
But what if I do end up going somewhere that doesn't take it?
Right. So that's where it's always good to have a backup plan,
Okay.
like a physical card or some cash.
Okay, just in case.
Yeah, just in case. Yeah.
Okay, so then the other thing that both of the sources talk about is how you can remotely lock or erase your digital wallet
Right.
if your phone is lost or stolen.
Yeah.
Which you can't do with a physical card.
Nope, you can't do that.
Imagine if you lose your whole wallet.
Oh, gosh, that's
all your cards in there.
the worst.
With this, you can just freeze everything. Right away.
Exactly, and nobody can use your cards.
That's like a kill switch for my finances.
Exactly.
Okay, so you were talking about earlier about Ahmed Dawn had his wallet stolen.
Right.
I can only imagine that was a terrible feeling.
I know. He was saying it was like the worst feeling, just that helplessness.
But now he's like, I feel so much better now.
Right, exactly. He feels so much more secure.
Knowing that he has this.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've talked about the encryption, the tokens, the biometrics, the remote control. Yeah. It seems like digital wallets have all this stuff that regular cards don't.
Yeah, they're really packed with security features.
Okay. Yeah. So for travelers, this seems like it's like a must-have.
Absolutely. Especially if you're concerned about security.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's becoming less of a luxury and more of just like something you need.
Exactly. And, you know, the benefits go beyond just security, too.
Oh, really?
They can actually transform your entire travel experience.
Okay, I want to hear about this, but first I think we need to take a little break, and then we'll get into how digital wallets can make traveling easier and more fun.
Sounds good.
Okay, so tell me, how can digital wallets make traveling better?
Well, one of the biggest things for travelers is how they integrate with all these other travel services.
Oh, okay.
Like both sources mention that.
Yeah, I can see how that would be useful.
So like imagine you're at the airport.
Okay.
You've got your phone.
Okay.
You're about to board a flight. Your boarding pass, it's right there in your digital wallet.
Oh.
Your hotel reservation right there, too.
Okay.
You need to use those travel rewards for an upgrade. Boom. It's all in your wallet.
Oh, wow.
So it's like having all of your travel stuff right there on your phone.
Yeah. Instead of having to like carry around all those cards and papers and confirmation emails and all that stuff.
Yeah, all that stuff's gone.
Okay. That would be really nice, especially when you're in like a busy airport.
Right, exactly.
Or you're in a foreign country.
Exactly. Or like trying to find your passport in your bag.
And
it's so much safer, too.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you don't have all those documents to lose.
I'm always worried about losing my passport or my boarding pass.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's safer because I'm carrying less.
Exactly.
Hey, I like that.
It just streamlines the whole travel experience, you know?
Right.
Less stress, more efficient.
For sure.
Speaking of which, Ahmed Dawn had this funny story in his video.
Oh, yeah.
About this very thing.
Okay, what happened?
So he was in Thailand.
Okay.
And he decided to go for a swim. Left his wallet in the hotel safe.
Smart move.
Yeah, he's in the water having a great time.
Okay.
And then he realizes, oh man, I'm hungry. So he walks up to this food stall on the beach.
Okay.
Ready to get some pad thai.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh no.
He doesn't have his wallet?
I don't have my wallet.
Oh, no, I've totally been there.
I know.
That awful feeling.
The worst.
When you realize you don't have any money.
But that's when his digital wallet saved the day.
Okay.
He just used his phone.
Oh, nice.
Paid for his pad thai. No problem.
Right, that's awesome.
He was even saying in the video that his phone is like an extension of his hand when he travels now.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But it makes sense.
Right, because it's just so convenient and so safe.
Okay, so I do have a question, though.
Yeah.
I know some people are like a little hesitant.
Right.
To rely so much on their phone, especially when they're traveling.
Yeah, I get that it's natural to be a little bit cautious.
What if something happens to my phone?
Right, but the thing is, technology, when used correctly, it can make travel so much better.
Right.
Remember how we talked about Ahmed Dawn? He was worried about it being accepted.
Yeah.
But like the article says, it's getting more and more popular all over the world.
Yeah, I feel like I see it everywhere now.
Right. It's becoming pretty rare to find a place that doesn't take some kind of contactless payment.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, it's always good to have a backup.
Okay.
But you can probably rely on your phone for most things.
And even if I can't, we talked about those real-time notifications.
Oh, right.
So I'll know right away if something's wrong.
Exactly. It's like having a digital guardian angel.
Okay, I like that.
Watching over your money.
All right, so we've got security, convenience, and it seems like acceptance is pretty much there.
Yeah.
But what about privacy?
Yes, good question.
I know some people are a little freaked out about that.
Right.
About their data.
That's a valid concern.
Yeah.
Anytime we use technology, there's some risk involved.
Right.
But you have to remember that these companies that make these wallets, they take security very seriously.
Okay.
They invest a lot in protecting your information.
So it's not just like out there in the world?
No. They use lots of encryption and security protocols to keep it safe from hackers.
Okay, so it's actually more secure.
In a lot of ways, yeah.
On the credit card.
Because remember we talked about tokenization.
Yeah.
So even if a merchant system was hacked, your actual credit card number, it's never exposed.
Oh, okay.
So you're actually reducing your risk by using a digital wallet.
Oh, okay, so privacy is covered.
Yeah, it seems like it's a pretty good option.
Okay, so we've got security, convenience, acceptance, and privacy.
Yeah.
What's the catch?
Well, before you throw away your wallet,
Yeah.
there are a few things to keep in mind.
Okay, I'm ready.
Some practical tips.
Okay, let's hear it. So what are the tips?
Okay, well, first of all, you got to choose the right wallet for you.
Okay.
The big two are, like we talked about, Google Wallet and Apple Pay.
Okay, and are those the only ones?
There's some other ones, but those are kind of the main ones.
So,
Like most widely accepted, especially if you're traveling.
okay, so how do I choose?
Well, it depends what kind of phone you got.
Okay.
Android, you use Google Wallet.
Hmm.
Apple, obviously, Apple Pay.
Okay, makes sense. So I just download the app.
Yeah, and then you just add your cards.
Okay, and I can add like all my cards.
Yeah, you can add as many as you want.
Okay,
Right.
so I can finally get rid of that giant wallet I carry around.
Exactly. Yeah, go minimalist.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I do have to ask though, what if something happens to my phone?
Yeah, that's a common worry.
Yeah.
I would say start small.
Okay.
Try using it for like everyday stuff first.
Okay.
Like your coffee or groceries.
Okay.
And you'll get used to it.
Okay.
And then you can kind of work your way up to using it for travel.
Okay, so dip my toes in
Exactly.
before I jump all the way in.
Yeah, and you can always carry a physical card as backup too.
Okay, that makes me feel better.
Yeah.
All right, so let's say I'm ready to travel. What do I need to know?
Most important thing, make sure your phone is charged.
Okay, yeah, duh.
It sounds obvious, but
Yeah,
you don't want to be stuck somewhere with a dead phone and no money.
right. Pack the portable charger.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay.
Be aware of your surroundings.
Okay.
Like you wouldn't wave around a bunch of cash.
Right.
Same thing with your phone.
So basically just be smart.
Yep. Basic safety stuff.
Okay.
And also get familiar with the different ways to use your wallet.
Okay.
Some places you just tap your phone.
Okay.
Other places they use QR codes.
Okay.
So just kind of experiment.
And if I don't know, I can just ask someone.
Yeah, most people are happy to help.
Okay. That makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about all the good stuff.
Right.
But are there downsides?
Yeah, there are a few things to consider.
Okay, let's hear them.
Well, like we said, it does rely on technology.
Right.
So if your phone dies or you lose it or it breaks,
Right.
you could be in trouble. So that's why it's good to have that backup.
Okay.
Also, not every place accepts it yet.
Right.
Like we said, it's getting better.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
especially if you're going off the beaten path, you might want to do some research
Okay.
or have a backup plan.
Right.
And then there's the privacy thing.
Right.
Some people are uncomfortable with that.
Yeah.
So just make sure you choose a provider that you trust.
Okay, so do your research.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so basically it's up to each person to decide.
Yeah, you got to weigh the pros and cons.
Right.
And see what works best for you.
But it seems like it's definitely worth looking into.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's the future of payments.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, well that was really informative.
Glad you liked it.
Yeah, I feel like I learned a lot about digital wallets.
Good, good. I hope you feel more confident about using them now.
I do for sure.
Awesome.
Well, hey, thanks for joining me on this deep dive into the world of digital wallets.
Of course, anytime.
And hey, listeners, if you've got any thoughts or experiences with digital wallets, share them with us.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you.
Until next time, safe travels, everyone.